Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we back at it
Buffalo
again.
Fanatics.
Here we are. Pre-game show to the big one. Y'all know what time it is, man. What's good, everybody? It's the Rico Report brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. We here. The main event. I mean, all that puppy dog stuff is out the window now. The main event is about to, it's about to go down, right? So listen, let me tell you something, folks. Inactives are in. I was a little surprised by a name I saw on the inactive list. I ain't mad at it, but I was a little surprised by it. If you guys haven't seen the official Bills inactive list, let me hook y'all up and let's talk about it. You guys give me your thoughts on it. Here is the official list. Keon Coleman leads the way on that list. Now, here's the deal. We kind of had an idea that Keon could potentially be on that list. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm surprised by it. He was always questionable, and listening to him speak during his little pressers and when beat reporters were talking to him, he says, "Hey, man, day by day, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes." One thing I like about Keon Coleman is he won't fluff you and give you the fluff stuff, right? He'll give you what it is, man. If I'm going to play, I'm going to play. If I'm not, I'm not. And right now, we're just going to see how it goes. We'll see how I feel. If it were up to him, I bet you he'd play. But they probably told him, yo, chill out. We good. We'll be all right. And it gives you another week to kind of get right. And the next week, we're going to be full go. So that being said, Keon on that list, Kaiir Elam on the inactive list. Obviously, I can see why Kaiir Elam was put on this list, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Javon Solomon on that list. Will Clapp, Dalton Kincaid, and we now have the answer, Mike White. Now, I mean, I don't know if this is quite an answer per se, but Mike White being brought up from the practice squad just to be inactive, I'm sure there's some kind of logistical reasoning behind it, and I don't care to really get through it because it really doesn't matter. He's not going to affect the game, and it doesn't affect anything at all. Maybe they did him a solid or something that needed to work out. But Keon Coleman being on that list, I was really hoping that I could see him out there today. But is it that big a deal? No, I don't think so either. I don't think it's a big deal at all. It's not like we're going into this in horrible shape. This game, from what I understand, there's still snow in the stands. They cleared all the stairways, which is cool, but people are sitting there literally on snowbanks. You know what I mean? I just these games don't appeal to me. I don't know how. I mean, kudos to those that can go to these games and hang out and do the whole thing, dress appropriately, because if you dress appropriately, I'm sure you'll be fine. I can't do it. There's no way, right? My cutoff is like first week of November, maybe second week. I'm pushing it, but we cut that off right there. I mean, that's when it starts to get a little too uncomfortable for my boy to really enjoy it. But I'm sure when liquor gets in the system and you're around others and so on and so forth, I'm not interested in all that. However, I get back to the point I'm trying to make. Maybe they said, Keon, sit this one out because this is going to be a running affair. We're going to have all backs ready to go. Ty Johnson, James Cook, Ray Davis, they're going to have a heavy hand in all of this. So this should be very interesting to see how this all plays out. But for the most part, man, I'm actually okay with this list. One thing that we did notice is they activated our guy, obviously, officially. Our guy, Matt Milano, will be active, ready to go. He'll most likely be on a pitch count, which is normal. So you'll see Dorian Williams, Bernard, Matt Milano, and you'll have a sprinkle on special teams of Buffalo Joe. I thought that he would have been put to the side, obviously, because now we've just activated a linebacker. But if you go back and look at this list, they've made a decision here. They decided to put Kaiir Elam on that inactive list and put on, obviously, and keep on Jamarcus Ingram, keep Cam Lewis on the field. So the thinking behind it, I mean, I guess they feel that they're comfortable with what we have at the defensive backfield, and we'll be just fine with our linebacking crew. There's going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of big formation from the 49ers and a lot of routes inside. I don't see any deep routes coming, but you can never know with this. You never know with this game, right? So that's the Buffalo Bills inactive list. Let's go to the San Francisco line. San Francisco's official inactive list. Pro Bowl, All-Pro, future Hall of Famer Trent Williams inactive. He's still in a boot. Aaron Banks, left guard, starting left guard at that, inactive. Jordan Elliott, inactive. Right? These are starter material guys, right? Nick Bosa, inactive. Their best defender on the squad, aside from obviously Fred Warner. Diamador Lenore, one of their better corners, inactive. Flanagan Fowles and Brandon Allen. I mean, the guy started last week and now he's inactive. How about that? So then who the heck's the backup for these guys? It doesn't matter. Anyway, here we are. We're sitting here with the San Fran inactive list. I'm very curious actually who the backup quarterback is, if they made Brandon Allen inactive. But I'll find that out in just a moment. But here we are, folks. Here we are. So we are about 30, 35 minutes prior to the game. So by the way, if you guys are here tuned in for the very first time, give me a shout, smash that like, let me know what's good. And if you haven't followed us on all socials, do that. Do me a favor, follow Buffalo Fanatics on Instagram, Twitter, you name it, every social platform. We are on there. Give us a follow. Give me a follow on Twitter right here, Rico_BF. And by the way, my guy says we good on this side. We absolutely good on this side. Now, I gave you the inactives, right? But there are those that are playing. And I love that my guy, there he goes. My man Namdi was like, hey, Greenlaw is active for the 49ers, right? He is a difference maker on the defense. So this is why running the football is going to be absolutely imperative. We're going to have to get that going. By the way, Josh Dobbs is going to be the backup quarterback. Interesting. Brandon Allen plays over Josh Dobbs last week. Now, I don't know the parameters. I don't know how that took place, but curious to see why and how Dobbs is active over Brandon Allen. Are they going to be using him in some form of, Shanahan? You have to watch out for Shanahan. Shanahan's a tricky guy. So all of a sudden, we see Josh Dobbs come in, excuse me, and he's got some abilities, that he's got some athletic ability. So could we see some, I don't want to call it trickery per se, but could we see some wrinkles in their offense with Josh Dobbs involved? We'll see. It's interesting nonetheless. But here we are where we stand right now. So folks, we talked about it last night, so it's kind of almost a rehashing. But what I want is this show is going to be more interactive. I want to know how y'all feel about this upcoming game. What stands out to you? What are you looking forward to seeing? Are you peeved or are not impressed the fact that Keon Coleman will not be active for this game? I kind of wanted to see a whole a fresh lineup of all our guys healthy. But in this type of weather that's coming, and plus I understand there's going to be snow coming our way. So there's going to be just a dump of snow all over it. So this is going to be one of those things where put your hard hat on. You know what I mean? Put your big boy pants on, buckle up. It's going to be a big bruising type game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to run amok all over the San Francisco 49ers, because some folks might say this evens the playing field. Some might say it actually weakens us because we're not a great tackling team. You saw how I gave you guys the stats last night, where the 49ers are one of the better tackling teams. They've only missed 14 tackles all year. The Bills are middle of the pack. I think we were at 28-29. So will we get a big dose of Mason and CMC? CMC hasn't been the same, but don't think that you're going to get the CMC that's just shaking off the rust from not playing. This might be the game where they open up and let him catch the ball out of the backfield and do stuff. So this is where we have to be on top of our stuff. You guys heard what I talked about last night. Discipline, tackling, execution, and getting our playmakers involved. So what say you about how you feel about what's going to take place in this game? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open things up. I'm going to open things up to, all right, let's do this. Let's run with hot takes for this game. All right, because if you guys, and I want you guys, as soon as this show is done, stay on, because my man P Money is going to be on the air doing his live show before this game starts, right? So it's a quarter to 8 for y'all, quarter to 9 for me. This game starts at 9:20, so we have time to run through. So if you have any hot takes for this, I want you to hashtag it in there, and what I'll do is I'll point them out afterwards, because we've got a lot more to talk about in this game. And bold predictions. If there are any bold predictions that you guys have, this is where you guys want to put them in. So hashtag bold prediction, hashtag hot take, and we'll go from there. So let's talk about some things, folks. Let's talk about some things. What we need to see from these Buffalo Bills facing the San Francisco 49ers. You listen, everything's set up for us. You saw it. The Jets, the Patriots, the Dolphins all lost this week. They all lost. We have an opportunity to continue to push for that number 1 seed. It would have been much easier to know that the Raiders would have handled their business, but they didn't. They dropped the ball yet again. It is what it is. But we have an opportunity to do 2 things. To A, continue to march towards, obviously, the number 1 seed. We're still battling for it. But to more tangible, what's in front of us is to gain that division title tonight, to be the first team in a long time. Where's my phone at? There was a pretty cool stat that I'll put out there for y'all, just so you guys have an idea of how dope it is to be in such a position. So where's it at? So with a win tonight against the 49ers, the Bills would clinch the AFC East title and become the 4th team since the division realignment way back in 2002. That's a long time ago. It's over 20 years ago. All right. To win the division with 5 or more games remaining on the schedule. The others, if you must know, was in 2009, the Colts, 2007, when the Patriots did it, and 2004 with the Eagles, all of who reached. Now, here's you got to love Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter loves to kind of give you the facts and the good stuff, and then throws a little in there just for good measure. He did it with the young quarterback that passed away when he was running across the freeway, and he made a comment, and then this is the same quarterback that was throwing he like backhand, like giving the stats and then a backhand insult on the backhand. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, right? So what he says is he gives us all that information that says, by the way, all of those teams that I mentioned, they all reached the Super Bowl and lost. Out of the way, Shefty. Shefty loves to kind of do those things to us. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We have an opportunity to really put it on the 49ers, but it's a statement. It's also a statement, man. We already took down the Kansas City Chiefs, right? That's the blemish that's on their record right now, right? They've got 1 loss, and that's on their record. We have an opportunity now not only to win that division, but you're winning over a team, and I don't care what their record is, but you're winning against a team that was in the Super Bowl last year. So now you have an opportunity to take down both the Super Bowl champs, previous Super Bowl champs, and the runner-ups. So this is a big statement game. Now, furthermore, the electricity that's going to be going on in this stadium today. You know who gets the return. It's the return of Matt Milano. Matt Milano comes back into the fold. That will be exciting. What a time to come back. And it was on par. Shout out to my guy, Alex Lucci, when they mentioned how long he potentially could be out. And he says, hey, man, we might see him late November, early December. And guess what? He comes back December 1st, ready to get action rolling. First game of December will be in the books, and it's going to be happening in less than an hour. So love to see it. Now, question for everybody here. If you're looking at, and before we get into this chatter, if we're looking at the MVP conversation, we're looking at all the things that are taking place right now. Is it safe to say that Lamar Jackson has taken himself out of MVP contention? Is it too soon to say that, or are we on par? You let me know how y'all feel, because I'll say this. After tonight's performance, and it wasn't a bad performance. It wasn't a bad performance at all. But I don't want to hear anything about the 8-5 Ravens and their quarterback being part of the MVP conversation. It's over and done with. Today, Jackson, 23 for 36, 237 yards of a lot of pad statting at the end, right? Stat padding, whatever you want to call it. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 3 sacks. But get the results are the results. 24-19. You lost yet again. So your team has 5 losses this year. So I don't want to hear anything about him being in the conversation for MVP. Stats are great, but your team's not winning, right? Your team's not winning. If there was a lot more luck with Cincinnati, that would be a tighter race. But you got to deal with Pittsburgh, you know what I mean? And I'm listen, at the end of the day, this is where you're standing at. You got to deal with Pittsburgh. You got you guys right now, and then who knows with the Browns. The Browns are the Browns. So you know what time it is, but you guys lost to the Browns. So right now, I'm not trying to hear nothing about it. No, nothing to hear about conversations with MVP. What didn't he fumble twice today? I got to make sure that did my man fumble twice today? I think he did. So I ain't trying to hear it. So it now becomes Saquon Allen fight for the Super Bowl. And the edge slides always towards the quarterback. Doesn't it? Does it not? So, I mean, this will be the perfect game for Allen to come in and solidify his spot as the top dog in the game. But one game at a time. We all know what time it is. I think one of the funnier Twitter accounts right now that I think is underrated funny. And he's a fan favorite of everybody's. Ryan Fitzpatrick is hilarious. I'm a big fan of Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he tweeted something today that I thought that had me, me busting a gut. And it was something to the nature of, I'm gonna see if I can find it because I thought it was super hilarious. And by the way, I gotta give you guys a snippet of what Zbot is dealing with right now. Zbot is at the stadium, and he's giving me the pictures of his seats. Folks, this is where my man's gonna be sitting. My man's gonna be sitting on block of ice. This is where he's at right now. That's his seat. This is where he'll be hanging out with his pops watching the game. And good luck, bro. Good luck. He loves the punishment, but when the Bills win, it'll be a nice moment for him and his pops. So you got to give him credit for that. Got to love it, right? But Ryan Fitzpatrick, I gotta give you guys something because it fits very well with Josh Allen. And he mentioned something to the nature of when the last time, is it here? Perfect. He goes, I want to see if you guys can see this. Okay, let me see if I can get this a little bigger for y'all. Maybe I can. Yes, perfect. So he goes, if you guys can see that's perfect. You guys can definitely see it. It says, if you're looking for historical precedent on how QBs play in their first game after being engaged, then he comes in and puts a stat line where Fitz came back from a 21-point deficit when he was with the Rams and got him the dub. So maybe good things are coming Josh Allen's way with this great news of his engagement. So big shout out to our guy, Josh Allen. But on a more serious note, this Super Bowl run that we're attempting to make, number one, right? One game at a time. But there's so many that's laying on it right now. Barkley is having a sensational career. He's having a sensational season. Cliff Johnson says if Barkley gets to 2,000 yards rushing, 2,500 total from scrimmage, and the Eagles get the number one seed, it's going to be tougher. Oh yeah. Listen, the guy's having a phenomenal season, and it's all the Giants' fault. It's all Joe Schoen's fault. Joe Schoen and freaking Dable. You individuals let that brother go. What were you thinking? You kept the quarterback over the running back. Joe Schoen, bro. Listen, I'm glad that you ain't rocking with the Bills no more because those decisions, bro, I hope you learned a lot more because you're making my man Brandon Beane look terrible when you talking like that. Golly. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Josh Allen's going to he's going to, listen, it's there. It's right there. That's that low-hanging fruit waiting for you. All right. The guy that's been in your conversation with the MVP talk, he squandered it today. So it's Saquon, the running back, or it's going to be Josh Allen. And right now, it's looking like. By the way, my man Benny Johnson said, Josh is engaged? I'm heartbroken. Get over it. There's a lot of people that are upset. Yeah, there's a lot of people upset, but you have to get over it. All right. So let's get to this game. All right. What I need to see, what we want to see, offense and defense. And looking at what we talked about yesterday, a lot of it you guys already seen. We've talked about it, but I'd like to see us not shy away. Like, you know what I mean? When we all of a sudden there's a little bit of snow, it's a little bit of rain, and we totally lose our identity. And all of a sudden we're doing things like, what is this? What is this? We're a very balanced team right now. I just hope we just don't become one-dimensional where we abandon one thing and do this just because of the weather and stuff. I hope we just stick to our game plan. I hope that we allow things to materialize the way we normally make them materialize, and that's through Josh Allen. That is through Josh Allen, right? It's not taking Josh Allen out of it. It's more of Josh in everything, right? When my man said more cowbell, we want more cowbell. Yo, we want more Josh Allen. That's how it rolls. So I hope my guy Joe Brady doesn't get too cute in this situation. I think he's learned enough that he's not going to be too cute, and he's going to handle his business. He's going to handle his business. That's his business. That's what we need to see. Now, the big thing for me, right? And I say this on the offensive side of the ball with Joe Brady. Don't get too cute. It goes through the offense goes through Josh Allen, and let's not abandon one and do more of the other. We're a balanced team. Find where your niche is and attack and just keep going, right? And if we get enough of a lead, if it goes that way, then we can pin our ears back, get after Purdy, pin our ears back, and run that football with James Cook and them boys, and let's go. And we have such great weapons on this team that can do wonders in this type of weather. Josh doesn't have to use that big old arm and go deep. You have Curtis Samuel. You have Dawson Knox. We know what Dawson Knox is all about. You have Khalil Shakir. Oh, I forgot. We got Amari Cooper too. So, like, there should be no reason that we can't handle business like we normally handle business. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm trying to tell y'all today. So, on the offensive side of the ball, handle business. We've had 2 weeks. We're coming off a bye. We're refreshed. We're healthy. Let's go. Let's go. There's no heat. All this nonsense back and forth. Like, let's go. All right. That's number one. Number two things I want to make sure of it. All right. Tackling. I gotta cement this. We've got to tackle. Tackling is going to be of utmost importance in this game, right? I get it. We have to be disciplined. That's going to come. I mean, we have to execute. I hope that we do. But one thing we cannot do, because they've got guys on that squad that their backs are against the wall. They need to stay in the division, in the NFC West. What the Cardinals today, let me see what happened to the Cardinals. So the Jets squandered the game yet again. The Jets, I don't know what the heck they're doing. So they squandered the game. So the Seahawks won their game today. The Buccaneers, they just won it. Good for them. Listen, Bryce Young is coming to his own now. He's coming to his own. So good on my man Bryce Young. All right. The Vikings, they squandered that game today. So they're 6-6. So the 49ers, they need this. They absolutely need this. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is they're going to be playing hard as heck. They're going to be playing hard as heck right now. And the Rams won today. So the Rams are 6-6. And the 49ers need everything they can to stay in the thick of things. You can't go from a Super Bowl favorite to try to win this whole thing, right? Last year, to now you could be potentially eliminated. So they're going to be playing hard. So I go back to tackling. Deebo Samuels, he knows what's at stake. Brock Purdy, he knows what's at stake. George Kittle, he knows what's at stake. Juwan Jennings, CMC, Jordan Mason, bro, they all know what's at stake. Yes, their O-line is beat up. We get it. But we're also susceptible to the run as well. We don't defend the run well. We're ranked, what, 28th? If I remember correctly, I think we're bottom half of the stats in terms of defending the run. So there is opportunity for these guys to try to make this a game. So this is where we have to settle. We got to make sure that we're tackling. We got to make sure that we're in front of things. And we just play ball. We got to play ball, man. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So those are the two keys that I'm going to stick to today. And it's tackling. You got to tackle. And offensively, stick to the game plan. Be balanced. And right. And the game runs through Josh Allen. He's your MVP. He is the most valuable player in this game. You got to run through that, brother. You got to. Right? So, and Matt Milano coming back gives the defense a bit of a boost alongside Dorian Williams, So we got some boys that can get after it. Now, I will remind folks yet again, let's temper our expectations for Milano. I think we're smart enough to know that he ain't going to come back playing like all pro Milano right off rip. Let's be honest with ourselves. He most likely will be on a pitch count. They have Dorian Williams active, Bernard active, Now you got Matt Milano active. So, and you got Buffalo Joe active. You got four linebackers right there ready to roll. So, listen, temper our expectations for our guy, Matt Milano. However, do I want him to go off? Absolutely. Do I want him to get a pick six and take it back to the house? You damn right. You want him to blitz and just absolutely demolish Brock Purdy? Yes. But we got to temper it. We got to temper. That's all I got to say. You guys already get it. So listen, this is where I want you guys to get in your predictions. All right. We're going to do score predictions. We're also going to do hot takes and bold predictions. If you have them, hashtag bold prediction. Get me your prediction. Hashtag hot take. If you have it, tell me what you think is going to happen. What you think of hot. I'm talking about hot where it's like, yo, chill, fam, chill. And if it does happen, you look like a freaking genius. And lastly, if you guys want to jump in and give me your score predictions for tonight's game, let me do it. Let's do it right now. So that being said, the line has changed slightly. All week it's been sitting at -7 and it's now dropped to -6.5. So it dropped half a point. Obviously, the weather is playing this factor. The weather is actually affecting what Vegas see, how Vegas is looking at this game. Drop it to 6.5. So they're probably saying, yo, these Bills win by a field goal and change. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping that it's a beatdown. I'm hoping that we put up what we normally put up. We put up 30 points because these boys are averaging right now 23 points a game. And they're also allowing 23 points a game defensively. So it's right up our alley. We've been putting up 30. We're at 29.1. We've been putting up that type of stuff, those type of numbers. So this is right up our alley. And defensively, we're stopping teams. We're having them score less than 20 points. They're scoring 23 points. So this is where we have to come in and assert our dominance. Excuse me. So that's the big and the big of things and the small things of how things are going to shake out. So what say you in the chat? Talk to me. Bold predictions, your hot takes, and your score predictions. Let me know. I got my man Scott Van Loo. What up, Scotty? Scotty comes in and salute for the super chat, my G. I appreciate that always. You know what it is. Josh found his tunnel speech. I can't even read. Am I silly? Josh founded his tunnel speech a minute ago to get the guys pumped up. My prediction is 38-10 Bills. I didn't even see it. Maybe X will have that for me. X gonna give it to me. Is X gonna give it to me? Let me see what if they have it online for us to. I mean, shoot, I don't want to be the only one not pumped up. I want to get pumped up by Josh. Let me see if I can find it on the Buffalo Bills website. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Let me see if I can find Josh Allen pumping us up. Oh, heck yeah, I find Josh this up. I mean, it ain't any crazy.
I love y'all boys, man. Fly around, make some plays today. We don't do what to do.
Fly around, make some plays. Let's go. Sometimes it's just that simple.
I love y'all boys, man. Fly around.
Sometimes it's just that simple. Look at Josh. Josh is so happy. Look at him. He's engaged.
I love y'all boys, man. Fly around, make some plays
He's engaged,
today.
man.
We don't do what to do.
You know, things a little different. I mean, the air smells a little better when you're engaged. You know what I mean? Things taste a little better. Imagine getting a big dub today. Woo! We gonna celebrate. Now, the one thing that I'm a little sad of, I'll keep it a buck with y'all. When we do get this win that we're supposed to get, I can be dancing by myself. It ain't the same. I need my homie next to me. You know what I mean? Flicking the hat off and him doing all that stuff he be doing. You know what I mean? Listen, it's gonna be one of those things where it's a solo dance. It's a solo dance. So I mean, y'all can dance with me when you're on that side. I'll be on this side. I'll put some fire beats on and we'll get it. It'll be copywritten, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Anyway, so Scott Velu, I appreciate that, my G. Very much appreciate that. What do you or who do you? This is the question for y'all while you guys in here. And hashtag the player. Who do you need to see step their game up today and be the reason for this Bills win today? Who is it, or what do you think has to happen? Could it be an act? Could it be a defensive scheme that you see, an offensive scheme? Hashtag it. Let me know. I'm gonna start going through everything here so we can set the bar for my man, for my guy P Money, so we can get his thing cracking and going. So here we go. Let me get some stuff here. My man Buffalo Chris says the X factor today, it's gonna be Shakir. Shakir is gonna be that guy. everybody's saying, hey, man, we got to treat Purdy like Tua. Treat Purdy like Tua. I'll tell you this, man. Purdy came in looking dapper today. He had the pea coat on, ready to walk in, bro. He's ready. He's dapper. He's ready to go. So we just got to make him. There's a certain thing that I love when guys lose and they come in, especially NBA guys, when they come in with their ridiculous outfits and they lose the game, and you got to put that same ridiculous outfit and walk out. I'm hoping that we can do that to these guys. That peacoat was looking dapper. I want you to put that same peacoat on and get on that plane and head back to Cali, because you in the East Coast now, baby. East Coast now, baby. Let's go. Let me see what we got here. We got some big love coming from my guy Coop. Let's go. Jacob says he doesn't want to see any conservative football. I hope we don't. I don't think we will either. We'll see how that goes down. My man Dominus says, yo, need to see Cooper way more involved. 2 catches per game ain't enough for me to react. Him as a prime receiver we need. This is why I said we got to execute. Now, keep in mind, the man was coming back for his full week with a cast on his hand. He's not even 100%. He's still playing with that cast on his hand. So you got to give him a little bit of grace in that regard. But I'm hoping to see a lot more from Coop as well. So we'll see how it all shakes out at the end of the day. My girl Laura, what's up, Laura? Laura says we got to lock down Kittle as much as possible. Run defense must be on point and sure tackling. Absolutely. And Kittle is the main piece to these guys, right? Because Kittle opening up the middle obviously allows Debo and Juwan Jennings to kind of, find their spots on this defense. So we've got to be alert and ready to get after it. That's 100% fact and truth. My man Namdi says, yo, we need Daquan Jones to show up big time today. We need the trenches. And what I'm loving that I'm hearing is Dwayne Carter is maybe a couple weeks away from returning to the squad. So it shores up our interior line. So looking forward to that very much so. I'm just glad Romo ain't calling the game. Yo, Romo killed me today, man. They did the tush push. Was it the tush push they did? I don't know what they did. There was something that was so blatantly obvious. And Romo's like, I don't know, Jim. You're looking right at it. What you mean you don't know, Jim? You're looking right at it, Romo. Oh, anyway. Right. Romo's hilarious. You got to love him. Jacob says Milano is going to smack people. You see that practice vids. I mean, practice is one thing. It's the bag. And now it's another. Salute to my guy, Arrowhead Nation. What's up, man? He's like, we need you guys to win, Rico. Keep the pressure on that number 1 seed. Good luck. Keep the pressure on that number 1 seed. It's true, man. We need that number 1 seed, man. We absolutely do. All right, here we go. Before we get out of here, we got a score prediction of 31-10. I'm assuming 31-10 Bills. Let's go. Michael Kahan says Milano with a sack. That's a hot take. I don't know if that's a hot take, man. Milano could, depending on how many snaps he gets and where they put him in, I think they'll most likely have him on passing downs rather than the running downs for now. But we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I could definitely see it. Cliff Johnson says 24, Bills 24, Winers 17. Let's go, man. Ed Oliver, Daquan, please show up. We need both those boys to show up. We need that interior line to just smack them up. 56-3 Bills. Golly. All right, we put it on them like that. DA on the beat says 31-7 Bills. We need to stop McCaffrey. We absolutely do. We need to. It's not even just stopping McCaffrey in the run. It's stopping McCaffrey with just the dump offs, the simple dump offs. We have to find our footing. There's a lot of things that McCaffrey can still do. Do not sleep on the fact that he's got 149 yards rushing and 3.3 yards per carry. Listen, he's just coming back. He's rusty. And I hope this game keeps him rusty. That's the way I like to keep it. Anyway, 23-17. Bills, we got that, my man Roman. Bernard gets an interception. CMC fumbles, Knox first TD. I kind of like that. Somebody said a field goal. Shoot, if we have no field goals, all touchdowns, I'll take it. 31-19. We got a score prediction. We got 38-21, 32-19. Last 5 games, we dropped 30. So I can't see why we can't drop another 30. It's possible. Everything's possible in this one. Red zone defense has to be a factor for the most part. Buffalo Wings, I agree, man. We got to be on point when it comes to the red zone. Salute to my guy, Mr. Clayton. What's up, Mr. Clay? He comes as sweet baby Ray Davis going to have a day. Bro, I don't care who has a day. Everybody needs to have a day. So let's go. Sweet baby Ray, Ty Johnson, James Cook. Let all of them rush for 100 yards today. You know what I mean? If it's one of those days, like when we face the Dallas Cowboys, when we absolutely put it on the Cowboys, if we got to do that to the Niners, so be it. So be it, man. That's the way I like it. Phil Lemon says 38-14. Josh goes nuclear. after the engagement. I hope it goes that way, man. My man Jeff King, what up, Jeff? My score prediction for the 49ers, pain. Mr. T and Rocket 3. I like it, man. There's only one. I like that. I like that a lot. 56-3 from my man JA17, 24-9. I like it. What do we got here? Philip says, let's lock this ish up tonight, then strategize for all the playoff scenarios. Absolutely. You know, this week is going to be bananas. We can kind of start to see things play out where we fit. Are we going to be the number 1 team in the league? I think we might. We just got to handle our business today for sure. 45-13 Bills. DeMar Hamlin pick 6 and Milano forced fumble. Then scoop and score. JA17 4 total TDs. Godly, it's a beatdown. If that's happening, it's an absolute beatdown. Here we go. Hashtag bold prediction. Josh goes for 2 running TDs and 3 passing TDs. Buddy, if he does that, bro, lock it up. Lock it up. That he's a Super Bowl. He's your MVP if he has that type of game, man. Real talk. Rico, get ready for the dance. Yo, get ready. You know me. I'm ready to go, man. You know what time it is. I'm ready to go. Bold prediction. Douglas gets a pick 6. Ooh. But here's the thing, man. Brock Purdy don't throw picks, though, bro. Brock Purdy, I mean, yes, he does. I'm saying Brock Purdy don't throw picks. I'm thinking of last year. He's thrown 8 picks this year. He's 13 touchdowns, 8 picks. He's got 2,600 yards. Okay, we got to take one back. We got to take one back. Come on now. All right, listen. Let me. I got 21-17. I got Milano Williams will lock Kittle up. I'm liking that a lot. The Eagles look good today, bro. Eagles look real good today. I like what I saw from the Eagles, man. Saquon Barkley's that dude. You doing an after show with Bot? No, Bot is going to be headed home. So here's how it's going to go for after show. I will not be right away on the after show because I've got to do my Bleacher Report. So hop on the Bleacher Report, get the app, come see me on the Bleacher Report. And then as soon as Bleacher Report is done, I do half hour. I'm back on the BF network and we're going to do it. We're going to do it proper. We're going to do it proper. All right. Let me get I got Michael Kahn says, welcome back, Milano. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What do we got? My man, Randy. What up, Randy? Randy says, we all know who's getting pumped up by Josh. Hope he is focused and ready to keep earning W's to pay off that ring. I don't think he's going to need to pay off anything. He's paying that thing straight cash, homie. Predict Josh scores tonight. Go Bills 27-17. I kind of like that. Groot with 3 sacks on Purdy. Oof. Yo, I like Groot so much, man. I think Groot is going to have a great day. I think he's going to have a great day, man. Rico, it's Snowville. I don't care how we win. Just do it. I agree. Totally agree. Last comment for me. Bold prediction. Amari Cooper, 2 TDs. Josh, 3 passing TDs. Shakir, 1 touchdown. Shoot, you don't want to give love to my guy James Cook, Ray Davis, Ty Johnson? Come on now. Give him some love. Here we go, man. The game starts in 10 minutes. I'm going to let y'all get your popcorn. I'm going to let y'all get your stuff. Let me get my last little bit on, man. Here's the deal. We've been waiting all freaking day for this thing, all weekend, all week. I mean, we had your Thanksgiving. I'm sure you guys had some leftovers today, so you guys are nice and full, ready to go. So do yourselves a favor, relax, chill out, throw on the YouTube page, the Buffalo Fanatics, watch my guy Pierre, react with him while you watch the game. It's always a good time. And once we complete what we need to complete, which we should complete, head back to the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube page. Watch out for when I go. Hit me up on Bleacher Report and we'll go. But what needs to happen is simple. Simple stuff, man. We've got to stop the run because I can look at all the great things that we can do on offense, but we do have some weaknesses. We do have some weaknesses, and that's stopping the run and tackling. Those are 2 big things that we have to do. In cold weather, this is where you find out where the men are. I mean, the boys can go sit down somewhere. We need to find out where the men are because if you go and look for Miami, no men there. None. All little boys, right? A little bit of cold weather, they can't take it. It's too cold. Bro, if it's too cold for them, get the heck out of here. Remix. You know what I mean? If you're too cold, go sit your ass down somewhere. Maybe it's for the big boys. So this is where the men get separated from the boys. Yes, it's going to be a little cold, and you're going to hear a lot of plastic. Let them plastics bang, man. Let the plastic bang, and let's go, and let's see what's happening. This is where, you know what I mean, we're going to find out who's ready for this and who sets the tone first. I don't know if I made myself clear. You know what I mean? We got to set the tone and set it tone quick and get this thing cracking. All right, folks. That's it for me. Enjoy your time. We had 1,500 people watching. So let's roll again afterwards and jump out with my boy
P Money on YouTube right after this. Don't go anywhere. Just hit that link again and join my guy Pierre. So that's it for us. You know what time it is. Yeah. Let's go and enjoy this game. And let's have a good time.
Buffalo Fanatics.
And until next time, until tonight, we'll see you guys afterwards. Go Bills. I ain't giving a prediction. I just want W's. W's. That's all I want. Enjoy the game. We'll see you guys after. Don't disappoint. If I'm staying up late, you staying up late with me. It better be a good time. All right, boys. We'll catch you guys later. It's your boy. Go on. Let's go.